Yeah, what's up? It is Tuesday, and welcome to the SATS Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. What's up? Carl in the house. Are you back in town, Carl? Round of applause from the live studio audience. Welcome, Carl. Man, Bitcoin's been going down for a little bit, so opportunities to buy cheap sats. Look at this. Look at this thing. Currency not found. What? My price counter is off. Anyway, welcome to the show. This is the beginner-friendly show where we teach you everything you need to know to buy and stack Bitcoin safely off of exchanges in your own custody where nobody can mess with it. Okay? You buy your Bitcoin, take it into self-custody, and it doesn't matter if the exchange you bought it at collapses and dies, because you'll have your Bitcoin with you. It's yours. It's on the Bitcoin blockchain, and nobody can mess with it at that point. Okay? The only way anybody can take it from you is if you willingly give it up. Okay? So that's the premise of the show. And during the show, towards the middle of the show, we check out our Bitcoin stack for the show, and we buy more Bitcoin, because every day, Monday through Friday, we buy Bitcoin on this channel. If it's your first time here and you haven't received 1,000 sats from us yet, let me know in the chat and I will send you 1,000 sats right now over the Lightning Network. What up, McLovin in the house? What up, Leonard? All right, boys, let's get to the business of getting it. let's check out the sat strength. Get to the business of getting. It's time to get. There it is. Today, for a single $1, you can buy 3,818 Satoshis. It's pretty good. It's a heck of a deal. Let's say you're walking down the street, minding your own business. You look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day you'll have 38 Satoshis to your name. 38 more Satoshis in your stack. It's 38 more Satoshis that you didn't have before. So every sat counts. Every sat counts, guys. Even this little eighth of a Satoshi right here still counts. Kind of. Does it count? Maybe not. Anyway, if you buy 8 of them, it does. All right. All right. That is a sat. That is a sat strength. And that tells us how much Bitcoin you can get for $1. Okay. Why is this important to cover every single episode? It's important because the price of Bitcoin, it could be intimidating, right? You see the price, and it's dropped a little bit, but still, it's at $26,191. People might say, "Wow, I would love to get into Bitcoin, but I'm just afraid to invest $26,000 into anything." Right? That's a big ask. That's a huge ask. So we calmly explain that a Bitcoin is made out of 100 million Satoshis, just like the $1 is made out of 100 pennies, 100 cents. And you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin at once. You can start slow. You can buy some Satoshis, some fractions of a Bitcoin. It still counts as Bitcoin. It's still a unit of Bitcoin. It's just called sats. So when you buy $1 worth of Satoshis, $1 worth of Bitcoin, same thing. That's what we show this. That's why it's important. So for a single $1, you can buy now 3,819 fractions of a Bitcoin. And if you can collect 100 million Satoshis, 100 million fractions of a Bitcoin, that's considered a whole Bitcoin. Okay? So basically, there's no barrier to entry here. There's no minimum buy. Well, maybe an exchange might give you like a $10 minimum buy, but $10 is a pretty low bar. A lot of people can hit that, right? And it doesn't mean you have to spend $10 each day like we do here on the show. You do $10 a week if you want, I guess, but ideally you'd want to get to 1 Bitcoin as soon as possible. Okay? All right. With that said, I guess I should have been in the Why We Stack segment, huh? Why we stack. Inspirational music in the background. Hopefully I can pull out an epic rant about why we stack in Bitcoin. We stack in Bitcoin because the money printer doesn't stop. Check this out. Check this out. That is the U.S. debt clock. Okay, you can go check it out at usdebtclock.org. Look at our national debt. Look at that. It just went from, there's another 100,000, boom. And there's another 100,000 right there, boom. There's another 100,000, boom, right? The average salary in the United States is $50,000 or something like that, $50,000 or $60,000 a year. Two people's salaries in less than 10 seconds are getting added to the national debt, right? That's why we stack, boys, because this debt keeps growing. And guess what? The interest on this debt is so much that there's not money in existence to be able to pay it back. So the only way they can pay back the debt or pretend to be paying back the debt or attempt to be paying back the debt is by printing more money. The printing does not stop. The printing will never stop. The printing cannot stop because if it stops, as soon as it stops, there's no more money in existence to cover your loan. It's wild. Okay? So look at this number here. Where is it? This is important here. Unfunded, U.S. unfunded liabilities. These are things that the U.S. has to pay for that it has no money to pay with. So then it spins up the money printer, pays, and it creates more money than exists. And when they do that, we've been talking about it this whole time since the show got started, is they expand the money supply, and as the money supply expands, they make more money that they can pay things with. But the way that money gets value is by diluting the value of the dollars that already existed before. Your money, that's your money getting taken. That's your value getting robbed from you every dang second of the day. Look at that. Just keep looking. This is a clock. This clock is going up, but this clock is reflecting you getting poorer. Okay, this is you getting poorer. That's how fast you're getting poorer. It's not a joke. This is not something that I just made up. It's real, guys. This is debasement of money happening in real time, and you can see how fast it's happening. Okay. And the only thing you can do about it, you can't get 3 jobs. You can work 4 jobs if you want to, and then get also a 5th Uber job and deliver food too if you want. But you're never going to have the time, the dedication, even though you're hard workers. I know you guys are all hard workers. You're not going to have the time, dedication, or lifespan to save up against this torrent of money that keeps gushing and gushing and printing and printing. There's no way you can keep up with that, okay? There's no way. There's no way you can keep up with that no matter what you do. You can go and start the best damn company in the whole world, the best business, and you still got to beat this. Your company's got to make 10% plus growth year over year forever until inflation gets even worse and it gets to 15 and 20% and we go into hyperinflation, right? Yeah, Leonard, I need a beer. Let's have a beer after this. After seeing this debt clock, it's I need a hard beverage. I need a hard beverage. If this wasn't the Lunch and Learn episode of SATS show, I'd be passed out in the kitchen. Just kidding. All right, I didn't mean to make you guys depressed, but that's why we stack, guys. It's a graphic representation of what's happening in real time. Okay, and yes, you can buy other things that might keep you from inflation, but those other things you can buy, those other assets you can get into, they're already kind of pre-programmed, kind of set up so that no matter what, the government's going to take a little cut of that, right? They're going to keep like property, for example. Yeah, property is good, right? You can buy it and rent it out and maybe make a positive income, positive cash flow, but you got to build enough wealth to get that property, first of all, right? And in the end, no matter what, you never truly own property, okay? Unless you're the government, because no matter what, you could have paid for your house for 30 years, 40 years. Now they're trying to get people to pay a mortgage for 40 years. You could pay for your house your whole lifetime, whatever. You're done paying your home, and it's finally yours. You think, thank God, I finally paid my house off. It's finally mine, something I can hold and give to my kids in the future. And then you get the slap to the face. Hey, You still got to pay taxes on that every year, adjusted taxes, right? As the value of your home goes up, you think you're getting wealthier. Well, no, you still got to pay for repairs. You still got to pay for taxes. And when you pass it on to your kids, if you pass it on to your kids, they better be well off enough to be able to afford those taxes. Otherwise, it doesn't matter if it took you 30 years to get that house, to get that title. If your kids or your people, whoever you inherit that property to, do not know how to take care of it, do not have the means to pay those taxes, then just like that, confiscated, taken away. That's it. It's done. The government needs their taxes, right? And let's go back to this right here. If they can print so much money, if they're printing that much money, if they're printing so much money and we're already in that much debt, and we'll never, ever, ever, ever be able to pay that debt back, no matter how hard you work, why do we have to pay taxes? What do we have to pay taxes if I have the money printer? Huh? It's all about control. I hear myself and I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but yeah, it's about control. It's about keeping you busy with your head down, working your butt off, trying to stay afloat, trying to figure and misinformed enough so that you don't have enough time to go figure out what the heck they're doing. And this is what they're doing. They're enslaving us through the dollar. So get out of that enslavement, break the chains, get into some Bitcoin. Okay, that's a rant for today. That's all I got. Hope that was good enough for you guys. But yeah, now let's talk about what we like to do here on the show is buy Bitcoin every weekday, right? Because we only do the show Monday through Friday, and we moved our time schedule to Monday through Friday, 12:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3:15 Eastern. If you are curious about Bitcoin, have any questions about Bitcoin, this whole point of this show is to help you understand the basics. And if you have any questions, you can ask our questions. You can ask your questions in the chat. I'll answer the questions for you. If I don't know the answer for you, I'm not going to BS you. I'll go look it up and I'll come back the next day and explain it to you. Right? I'm here to help you guys understand Bitcoin and the promise of it and the benefit of it, and get rid of the stigmas that Bitcoin might have already based on stuff that comes out in the media that's like unfounded. Okay, so we don't only talk about Bitcoin. We don't only talk about stacking Bitcoin. We actually stack it. So before we stack Bitcoin for today, let's look at our stack recap. All right, we're gonna cover what our current position is for the show when it comes to Bitcoin. All right, so we have 4,338,565 satoshis in our show bag. Is it show bag? What do you call it? Our bag, our sat bag, our loot for the show. We're at a flat 6% loss so far, but don't be fooled. Don't be tricked. These numbers don't matter. The numbers that matter are these two numbers. It's the same number. This is denoted in Bitcoin, so 0.043 Bitcoin, and this is denoted in Satoshis. Same thing, right? Once we get to 100 million Satoshis, we'll have one Bitcoin here. Okay, so we're almost to 0.05 Bitcoin, which is pretty dang awesome, right? Next thing you know, we're gonna flip this thing, be a 0.1 Bitcoin, then that's pretty amazing. Okay, so why is that important that this number goes up? And it doesn't matter what these numbers do, because these numbers are artificial, right? These numbers are gonna keep weakening relative to the Bitcoin long term. It's going to cost you more weaker dollars in the future to buy the same amount of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin does not inflate. Okay, it's capped supply. So when demand goes up, the only thing that can happen is the price goes up, right? When demand for any other thing in our world goes up, most any other thing in our world goes up, gold, silver, apples, whatever, cakes. When the demand goes up high enough and the price goes up, what do we do as humans? We make more of it. We figure out ways to make more of it. Where, for example, it wasn't cost effective to mine gold when it was at a certain price. When it gets to a certain price, it is more profitable. So people will go and mine and figure out new ways that used to be too expensive to mine gold, and mine more of a gold supply because now they can actually afford it because the price has gone up. So as the price goes up, more of those things will be made, and that will inflate the supply. Okay, but you can't do that with Bitcoin. As the price of Bitcoin goes up and more people get into it, you can't make more Bitcoin than 21 million, and some of that has already been lost for a while, right? Let's just go with 18 million, right? Maybe that's too generous, or maybe that's not generous enough. Just go with just go 18 million, right? Let's just say there's 18 million Bitcoin left in existence that are actually usable, that are not locked up because somebody lost their keys, somebody lost their seed phrase, right? That's it. That's it. There's no more of it, right? And when people finally understand that if you have your wealth in dollar, it's losing you 10% a year, so that in 7 years it'll be worth half as much. And your other option is to save it in Bitcoin, a scarce asset that doesn't inflate and that will retain the value or even increase its value relative to the dollar over the same 7 years. What would you do? It's obvious once you understand it, but a lot of people don't understand that yet. And you guys do. That's why we're here early, right? As long as and when most people start to understand it, then that's going to put us over the top, right? There's not going to be anybody that's going to go out and say, all right, now that Bitcoin is worth more, let's go make more Bitcoin. No more Bitcoin gets created. That's it. I just need a new piece about a gold mine Frank Geistra is investing in Canada. They're going to find more. Yeah, exactly. As the price of gold goes up, it's going to make more sense to invest in mining more gold. And then when they find that gold, then the gold that people are already holding gets devalued a little bit, right? Gold is devaluing it at I think like 2% or something like that, right? 2%. So instead of losing half its value in 7 years, it loses half its value in about 30 years. Okay, that's what 2% will do to you. Anyway, so that's our stack. Let's get back. That's our stack, boys. That's our stack. Now it's time for what we came to do. A little lunchtime stack. It's time, boys. Time to stack some SATS. All right, we're going to deal with my favorite exchange right now, Swan Bitcoin. If you're interested in using Swan Bitcoin, check out our affiliate link by typing in, I'll type it in actually, !Swan. You'll get $10 worth of Bitcoin when you first sign up. There we go. I'm going to hit buy now. I'm going to say $20 worth of, oh yeah, today the price of Bitcoin, is it higher than our average? I think it is for sure. Yeah, the price of Bitcoin is below our average buy price, so we're buying a double stack today. We're buying $20 worth. $20. There it is. I'm going to preview my buy. Copy this here. Okay. Bring it back. All right, today's episode 67, and we are about to buy some SATS. Here we go. Kill the music. Drum roll, please. We're buying $20 worth of Bitcoin. It's going to cost us 20 cents. Euster, okay. Come on before the drummer gets tired. Oh, right on cue with the drummer. Dang. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Chillaxing after you stack. Let's update our spreadsheet with the SATS we just bought. Oh shoot. Trying to make this as transparent as possible for you guys. I'm showing you guys every single buy. Not to show off, guys. To motivate you. To see that this little dude here on the internet can try to buy. Oops, hold on a second. That should be a dollar sign. That should be a comma. Can stack. This dummy on the internet can stack. Then you can do it too, right? If I can figure this out, you can figure this out. Okay. So our that yields 0, 0, 0, 76114. 76114. Copy this here. Copy this here. And just like that, our average buy price is down to $27,592. And let's see, we are at, dude, we're almost at 4.5 million sats. I'm telling you, the double buys on days when it's low like this, the sat count just goes up, dude. It's great. It's like we're getting really cheap sats. We're definitely early when you consider one Bitcoin costs about the same as an economic car. Yeah. Next cycle for 2, it'll be comparable to the cost of a house, quite possibly. That's true, dude. And that reflects also, I think there's a website called like Priced in Bitcoin. Let me see if I can find it. Is it Priced in Bitcoin? Price in Bitcoin. Price in Bitcoin 21, this one. Oh yeah, let's do some stats. Check it out. Priced in Bitcoin. Is that right? Yeah. So $1 is 3,814 sats. That's right. Okay. One. Yeah, look at that, dude. A Turkish lira only buys 140 sats. Dang. Argentine peso, look at that. It buys 11 sats, dude. Holy smokes. 11 sats for one Argentine peso. Damn. That sucks. Imagine, dude. Imagine. A Mexican peso only buys 218 sats. That's so sad, too. They're on the way. Jesus. Dang, that's sad. This is kind of how I'm trying to figure out how this works though. Is it backwards? How does that work? So 5 years ago, the price of gold and sats. Oh yeah, okay. So you needed 60% more sats to buy the same amount of gold 5 years ago, right? So this shows that is that right? Is that how that works? All right, let's see some stuff. All right, beef. I'm guessing it's a pound. An egg. Today, the price of an egg is more than $1. No, maybe eggs like a dozen of eggs, right? Maybe like a dozen eggs. So it's a little over $1, right? Soybean, wheat, milk. All right, milk. Look at that, 56,000 sats. It's milk. I'm curious how this works. How these numbers work. I'm not a math guy. Let's see. How does this work? Does this mean that the price of milk has dropped in how long? Today? No. How does that work? A cow? They should do that. They shouldn't do percentage. They shouldn't do percentages here, I guess. They should do like the actual sat counts. Right? That would be a bit easier to compare it, like year over year or like 5 years. But I think what it means is that a cow costs you 58% less sats than it did 5 years ago, because the strength of the sat is going up relative to the dollar, I guess, or relative to cattle. Is that how it works? It's crazy. I need to figure out exactly how to read this one. Anyway, it's cool. It's cool to watch this kind of stuff to see. Okay, here we go. Oil and gas. Vices. game. Activision, look at. You can buy more. You can buy way more Activision stock now than you could 5 years ago with the same amount of Bitcoin, right? That's funny. That's hilarious. Anyway, all right. I thought that'd be kind of cool to look at. So, I guess we're done with the chill music, huh? That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back here tomorrow to stack some more sats. We're just gonna keep these shows short and sweet and to the point. Got a little sidetrack there, but hey, we stack sats. Hope you guys are stacking still. And again, if you missed your 1,000 sat giveaway, if it's your first time here, you gotta subscribe. Be subscribed for a minute. Once you've been subscribed for a minute, you'll be able to chat in the chat. Say hello. I'm here for my sats. Give me 1,000 satoshis. I will send you 1,000 satoshis here live over the Lightning Network. If you miss it today, come back tomorrow and jump on early and say hello, and we'll send those sats to you. Yeah, Leonard, I'll be there tonight. I'll be there at 5 actually. I'll be there at 5. It's gonna be fun. All right, gentlemen. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day and keep stacking sats. Later, guys.